Hello, everyone. Schoolhouse Intuitive. Thanks for tuning in. Happy April. Finally, April is here, but let's see what we have. I know a lot of us have been thinking March is kind of long. This is a Libra reading, Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement of Libra. Let's see what we have. This is the Earth Magic Oracle by Stephen D. Farmer. What do we have for you? General reading. Green Man, Synergy. So I feel as though a lot of you are working with a mixture of energies this week and kind of blending things together. Think of yourself as, the temperance angel. Balance, harmony. All right, let's see what else. You could be blending your talents in some way. You could also be putting together some sort of presentation too. We have DNA, karma. Are you breaking some sort of karmic pattern? Maybe something inherited by ancestors even. What else do we have? Healing is always possible. Okay. Oh, well, look at this. Ancient healing wisdom with shaman. Yep. Yes. Okay. And anything else? Activation, wind. So we are air signs. So this makes me think of Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Let's turn this a bit down so you can see a little better. All right. Now, put this deck aside. And let's use I really am liking this Unseen World Tarot. So let's use that. Here's the box. I do not have an affiliation or anything with them, but here's the box. And it's by Mantis and Yitot Dav. All right. So Unseen World Tarot. Unseen World Tarot. Very unique deck. Really good energy. Love it. Love the cards. What do we have? Messages for the greatest highest good of the Libra Collective, please. What do we have? What do we have? Five of Pentacles on the table. And Wheel of Fortune. I'll show you the cards in a moment. I just saw 222 on the clock. That's been coming in a lot. And oh my goodness, Four of Wands. Oof. And one more. Let's go right here. I hear the name Morgan and the Empress. Wow. So I'm getting something about Morgan. I'm also getting something about a motorcycle, and they may or may not be connected. And anything else? There's something about like trapped, stuck energy too. And so this synergistic energy may help with that. Let's see. Where's the, here's the book for it. I'll just check into that for a moment and see. But this is, so the Five of Pentacles, yeah, feeling left out in the cold, maybe feeling a little stranded, feeling as though, well, really let down. I am feeling this sort of like, some of you are just flat out feeling let down by something or someone. You know what? That kind of came into the reading this week for your weekly reading, which I posted Sunday. It's like, there could be some sort of disappointment, some sort of judgment call that you need to make this week. The readings do kind of feed into each other. Let's see. I'm not seeing synergy in here. Where is synergy? Let's see. Where is it? Okay, so I might have to just let that go for now. But I do feel as though, you're trying to like kind of make the most of a certain setting or situation or environment, because it's like you're kind of there for now. That's for some of you. All right. Yeah, I'm not seeing it in the book. I mean, it's there, but I'm just not seeing it. So I'm not going to waste your time. But I do feel like you need to be calling in some new life and like something like what's done is done and clearing that out. Underneath karma, you have the Wheel of Fortune, which has to do with fate, karma, destiny, getting things to maybe move in a certain direction. Again, there's this new life, and it's because of all this healing that you've done. Underneath shaman, ancient healing wisdom, you have the Four of Wands here. This could be celebration, victory, success, an accomplishment of some kind. This could be anything. It could be a wedding, it could be a graduation. You may be getting an invitation to something like that. This is, with the shaman here, this is also about perhaps having some sort of visions, maybe kind of like, astral travel. This can also be maybe you yourself, because I associate the Four of Wands with ceremonies, and the shaman is known for ceremonies and rituals and things. So it could be something like that, where you're doing some sort of like deep spiritual healing, sort of sparking a new level of relationship with spirit, yeah. So there could be some sort of important, just an important, something important spiritual that you're doing this week, like spiritual work. Or for a good example would be like, if you became attuned to Reiki, that sort of thing. Or if you yourself had some sort of shamanic journey, or wisdom, or something that is new to you. So this is about balance as well. This Four of Wands, you'll see the two on each side, and that's 1111. So you had 222, which can be balance and harmony, and then you have 1111. This coming in as balance, and you have now the Empress too underneath. Wind activation. I feel as though some of you are really activating this new life for yourself. It's definitely connected to the Wheel of Fortune, this Empress card. You can see there's a zodiac wheel behind the Empress, and here's the Wheel of Fortune here. And so the wheels are in motion. Okay, the wheels are definitely in motion. You are moving forward with something, and it's big. Yeah, it's big. So you're moving forward. All right. So wheels in motion. What are they in motion for you though? Let's see. We need a little more information on that. What sort of wheels are in motion? So the Empress is one of your cards in tarot, and it is connected to like the universe in general, and abundance, fertility, so creation, you being really in that driver's seat of your life too, because you have it with the Wheel of Fortune. And so you have strength here. Look at that. You'll notice the infinity symbol on the strength card. And so it symbolizes limitless possibilities, your ability to manifest and really grow what it is you want to grow and head in the right direction. It's as though you're finally free from some sort of stuck energy. You have the energy moving. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the Eight of Wands, but there is an 8 here. And that can have to do absolutely with action, with manifestation. It's Leo energy. Wow, really good cards. Really, I mean, not that any of them are ever bad, but this spread so far is really good. I mean, you have 3 major arcanas. You have the Empress, you have Strength, and you have the Wheel of Fortune, and then we have the Page of Swords. For some of you, you really are taking on something new. You're eliminating some sort of confusion because you're getting new information. All right, you do have some new information coming in that is what could set you free, or this is a sort of like a new like a curiosity, something curious, or you find something out to be true. It could even be tied to your ancestry, or to your to something about like family matters in some way. So there is new information. I'm seeing a lot of like, again, the wheels are in motion. That's what they keep telling me. The wheels are in motion. All right. So if you've been feeling stuck, this energy is now moving out. This is how we're moving the energy out, and we'll look into how to get unstuck, like how to get that energy, how to get things moving. And what else do we have? 3 of Wands. Yeah. So with the 3 of Wands, that's underneath that 4 of Wands. And you'll notice there's a little kitty here too. And again, that's like curiosity. And I think it's about, for some of you, your intuition is what's bringing you forward. Your connection to spirit, to source, is what it is bringing you forward and guiding you. The 3 of Wands is also, I mean, it's expansion. It's also travel. You now have a couple of cards indicating travel. That's the Wheel of Fortune, as well as this 3 of Wands. So, and then, wind activation. Some of you could be traveling by plane too. The 3 of Wands, just like the Wheel of Fortune, I mean, yeah, fate, destiny, whatever, but we still have to get in our 3 of Wands energy, and we actually have to do the work in order to have the 4 of Wands, right? We have to actually utilize our gifts, our power, and put those good ideas and put in the work. You don't have the celebration and the achievement without having to put in some sort of work. This could also be something just to do with community, because you do have a couple of 3s here with the Empress as well as the 3 of Wands. It makes me think of communication, collaboration, because a lot of the times, when we gather for some sort of achievement, accomplishment, it does involve, communicate, or a community. So there could be something like that for you as well. All right, what else do we have? Oh my goodness, you have another travel card. This happened in your weekly reading. same kind of thing, just happened a couple of days ago. I'm not surprised. Often the readings will build on each other. This is a different energy, though. This is different um, than that reading, but this is, here you are again with the World card and with the Wheel of Fortune, and the Empress. And I feel like you're connected to a much larger. This is about, again, you changing the energy, changing things. You're taking things and making the most out of it, no matter where you are, because you realize that that's how you move forward. That you can't necessarily change everything around you, but that doesn't mean that the world can't be in the palm of your hands, right? It doesn't mean that you can't implement new things and have these new visions and for how you want your life to be, and then go ahead and manifest them. So with the world, though, there is this, it's like a new cycle coming in. It's like you started out with the Five of Pentacles, oh man, how am I gonna make this transformation now? Look at the butterfly here, like, oh, and the person has their head on their hand, or their hand on their head, and they're like, how am I gonna get this to go? And I'm going to get this Wheel of Fortune go. For some of you, you actually have like car repairs or something, or you're unable to move or travel. I do see that as kind of a worry for some of you. And it's like, dreaming up, like how are you going to make this, how are you going to make something happen? I am getting something about like a lunar cycle. Give it a lunar cycle. So it could be like, give it the month of April. Wait till we do have a full moon in Libra around the 12th to the 13th, 14th, somewhere around there. And then there'll be another new moon, so there'll be a completion, and then there'll be a new moon at the end of the month of April. And so maybe you can actually I'm getting that maybe some of you are actually getting more grounded by the end of April, which would make sense going into Taurus season too. So and if this, yeah, so I think that's part of this, because you also have Taurus here with Empress. Some of you have, like, I'm getting this, you have ancient wisdom. Again, your ancient healing wisdom. You have this. You're connected to this. You've activated something. I don't know if you realize this, but you've activated something, and that's what is going to open up this world of possibilities for you. You've activated something, and for some of you, this is your higher calling. I just saw 1212 on the timer. Maybe you resonate with that number. Let's see. Let's get 1212 out for you. You already had 222, which is a sign of expansion. Okay, so you did have that. This is the Soul Reflections Oracle by Nadine Swiger. It's a Divine Numbers Oracle. And let's see, for 1212, that's a sign of manifesting your dreams. So you have expansion and manifesting your dreams. That's the energy that you're working with right now. This is staying focused, though. It's very important to stay focused and to just keep at it, let's see what else we have. Like, regardless of what's going on around you, or this, like I said in the weekly reading, you might have to make some sort of judgment call. You could even have this energy around you that's kind of an annoyance, almost like a bug in your ear or something, or like it's like annoying, and that it's almost like when you have like a bug bite and it's there, but like it just, every once in a while it gets really itchy and annoying, and then other times it's like it just, you don't really notice it. It's kind of something like that. It could be one particular individual for you that you're just having to deal with. That's like, here they go again, some sort of energy like that, possibly. All right, what else do we have? But again, wheels are in motion here for this expansion, this manifestation of yours. And oh my goodness, and this could lead to your overall ability to be self-sufficient with this 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, absolutely. With the 9 of Pentacles, more green energy. I love that. That's healing. That's new life. With the 9 of Pentacles, you also have luxury even. So something you could be maybe treating yourself this week, or there's just, I am getting this sort of like luxury. Like maybe they're giving me something. I say they, I mean my guides. They're giving me something specific about like tasting, like you have this like really good, like tasty treat, like fruit that's absolutely delicious, or maybe something's finally in season where you are. And it's like, you're really sort of, marveling in that, and like enjoying every single bite for what it is, savoring. That's what they're telling me. They're telling me to like savor this energy, this new energy that's coming in. And this is about solo pleasures. So again, like when you're tasting some food, only you are having that exact experience with the food right then, right? I mean, you could be eating with other people and you're each having your own individual experience with it. And so there is something here about, enjoying like the finer things in life, which for some of us, it's, a fancy hotel room or spa day or whatever. And for others of us, it's like, like a really good peach or like a really good, strawberries or something. So they're just bringing me into the fruit. So maybe you're adding more fruit to your diet. What else do we have? Can we clarify the DNA karma? We're learning something new here. Heal, new way to heal, or maybe you're figuring out a new way to bond with somebody. There's something about that. You're finding a new way to. You're combining. It's almost like you're combining energies. That's what I'm getting because of the synergy and like there's just something that's sort of. They're giving me that one of these things is not like the other. you know. Hmm. Temperance. There it is. I just said synergy, combining energies. One thing's not like the other, maybe. That's exactly what temperance is. You are being, you are this, I'm actually, what I just heard was angelic alchemist. So it's like you're having to sort of, be the one maybe in a situation or just in your life in general where you're the one kind of staying, high vibration and maybe having to deal with other energies around you that it's not their fault, it's just they're just not maybe where you are spiritually right now, and so that's their journey, right? Their journey, they're taking it slow or they're taking it at their speed and you're taking it at your speed, and maybe yours has also been slow. But my point is that you're combining mixed energies, things that maybe wouldn't normally get together. This is about the balance, right? Because it's totally balanced. It's having that harmony, having that moderation, having that self-control. Maybe you're having to teach others to have self-control. Maybe this has to do with children. I'm seeing children in the card, even though they're not actually there, but I'm seeing them with my own cosmic eye, so to speak. And oh yeah, wishes come true. There's a wish come true. You see the little, those little dandelion when you blow on a dandelion, and then see the seed though. It's like something. Again, they're bringing me back to this wind activation card. So something you're doing now will carry. It gets carried forward, and it leads to this very abundant new like world for you. Really, this new set of circumstances, this new life, this new opportunity, this new whatever this is for you, that just is much more abundant, much more fertile time. And you can look at this too as, sun and moon. I mean, we do have this eclipse that just happened, the solar eclipse, and then we just had a lunar eclipse, a total lunar eclipse on the 14th of March. And so you have these energies, I feel, that you're working with, and some you could actually be blending modern practices with ancient wisdom in order to really heal in some way. All right, I could even be picking up on some of you wanting to take something ancient and put it online. Like that would be an example of like sort of modernizing or bringing the modern into the ancient kind of wisdom. And I keep getting ancient wisdom. I think for some of you, you may feel as though finally you're talking to some of your ancestors, even, which would be a big leap forward for some of you. Sagittarius energy here. Oh, anything else on that temperance card? Finding a middle ground. Some of you are finding a middle ground, and again, it's the balance, the harmony, and this is all for like, it's like for the greatest good of everyone involved too. What else do we have? This could also be a wish that you're hoping for. Like you're wishing there could be more harmony and balance in a certain situation. Yeah, I do feel that. What else do we have? We have two that came out: the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. Now, some of you, I'm getting, you're saving up so you can move, or saving up so that you can make some sort of transition. So this could have to do with really anything. Now, we can. There's a little bit of there's a lack of clarity here. It's like not knowing when or something. There's something. It's just like to be determined, and it's almost like some things we are not going to know. It could have to do. I mean, there's showing me. I'm seeing this sort of like temple Um, there's you lighting the way forward. You're lighting your way through the unknown with something. And the way to do that is like you're going to really need to be grounded, get calm, get aligned, sit with something, allow yourself to have, to sit with something. The way forward, it could be somewhat windy. It's not going to be easy. The Eight of Cups, it generally isn't easy, because you don't know what's around the mountain, so it's not like anxiety free or anything. um, the Eight of Cups, you're always, you're moving on to something that will suit you. You're walking away, and withdrawing and maybe retreating, but you're moving on to something better. You'll notice the one golden cup, and the rest are black. They're in the past. They're just like shadowed, blurred out, right? They're blacked out. Um, yeah, I'm getting owl. So maybe you resonate with owls, or your perception. Having to be flexible. You're gonna have to be flexible with something. Think about how owls, how they can move their necks around the way they can. It's a lot of flexibility. Let's see. By being inflexible, you could cause yourself a lot of like anxiety almost. We get a surrender card on that. What do we need to surrender to? We need to surrender to. I think this is by Judith Orloff. Surrender. What are we surrendering to? The decks I use are all in the description box. Surrender to spirit. More green energy here. Maybe you're focusing on adding more green to your diet, or that's advice, but I'm not a nutritionist, so only take what resonates. These are general, not personal. Please read the disclaimer. Thanks. So once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine, right? Let spirit work its magic for you. As I said, being like inflexible, or yeah, as far as moving forward and needing to know exactly what's in there, that could actually be creating more stress for you. So it's important this was the answer. This is why I drew this card. And the answer is let spirit work its magic for you. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. I just saw 222 again. So again, this has to do with like your spirit, mind, and soul growing, your expansion, but that's not in the absence of spirit. You're still working with your guides, with spirit, with the divine. What else do we have? Anything else we need to surrender to right now to make that path clearer for us, or to just to kind of reassure us on our path? How can we stay motivated, encouraged as we change our lives and expand? Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. So let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. Yeah, just because something didn't work out in the past doesn't mean it won't this time. Anything else? They're giving me something about like on the mantle. I don't know if you have something of somebody's on the mantle and maybe it's moved or something, but they're giving me that something on the mantle. Or say, for example, you had a picture of someone who in spirit and you moved it. They're like acknowledging that to me, that something was moved. So maybe you want to put it back. I don't know. It's up to you, right? So anyway, could surrender to the drama. So no matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. Makes sense, because again, this is about not being able, you can't control everybody and all the energy around you. We can try to work with what we have and blend even unlike things and make something beautiful, but sometimes it's like we have to know when to walk away. It's right on top of that Eight of Cups. You know, we're seeing what looks like a wolf here in this card too, next to this person. And the thing with the wolves, you know, they can be on their own or they can be in a group. Wolves also have to do with, as you know, I'm a fan of Ted Andrews, but wolves can also have to do with initiation, guidance. They can have to do with guidance. So, like, even though something's not clear yet, change is occurring. We have to actually trust. Again, you're getting this like trust in self, trust in yourself to find your way through this Eight of Cups. You know, maybe you do need to let go and just like, you know, again, give it up to spirit. Let spirit work its magic. Like, trust in the divine, trust in your path, trust the path ahead, even though you can't see all of it. So this is letting you know that you're protected throughout your journeys. You are indeed protected. I do want to see if I can find that synergy card here. What Stephen D. Farmer says about synergy, because I feel like it's our very first card out too. I want to make sure I'm not, you know, missing something in the card. Let's see. Shaman, there's tree. No, that's not it. I'm like saying it out loud. Sorry. Um, Amazingly enough, I am not seeing it in here. And I guess maybe we're not supposed to know, but it goes from summer solstice to tree. And the next one was broken up into sections. Rain, ocean. There's rainbow. Rainbow goes to river, to shaman. Sorry, I'm to spring. Yeah, that is not it either. Interesting. I don't know if others of you have this deck, but I'm not seeing synergy in here. It has to be though, right? It has to be. How can it not be in the? Of course, it has to be in the book. It's in alphabetical order, but I'm just not seeing it. No. Interesting. Okay, so it's not in here. That is so funny because you know, I mean, it could, you know, nothing happens in the reading by accident, and I don't generally go to the books in my readings. If you've seen me before, this is not something I do because I don't want to waste your time or mine. But sometimes the books have really good things in them, like that would add to the reading, and it just isn't. So anyway, I hope you're still here, that you didn't go away because I looked in the book, but synergy is not in there. Interesting. Um, wow. All right. It's just interesting to me. What else? Let's see. Any other tarot messages for us? Give us a little more information, making something clear. Maybe a little bit more about the synergy. Oh, I know why. Because I was looking at her synergy. It's under Green Man. Oh my goodness. Wow. Look at, there it is. Judgment. Use your so what matters is it's not about going by the book. This is literally the message now. So if you stayed, I'm glad. It's not about like you going by the book with something. This is about you and like your take on something, you having to make that judgment call for yourself. Okay, this is because it's about your rebirth. It's about your rebirth. It's not about what other people think. You're the one having to make the call here. And guess what? This came up in our weekly reading. It's amazing how I'm shuffling the cards and everything, and you know, it's still like you're getting the same cards that you had in the weekly readings. Very similar. And it's somewhat of a same vibe, but it's actually, this one feels a little like maybe lighter in energy, more because it feels less stuck. So, yeah, with the Green Man Synergy card, let me get that out for you. With the Green Man Synergy card, this is about it says a myriad of cultures throughout the world. So there's a myriad of cultures throughout the world. So it's a symbol for rebirth of life in springtime, and also associated with the Lord of the Wildwood. So this is about representation of the plant kingdom, and it reminds us of the synergy required for Gaia to maintain her delicate and dynamic balance among the various beings on the planet. So it's about interaction and cooperation of two or more elements that produce a combined effect greater than the sum of their separate efforts. That's just it. And that's what I've been saying in this reading. It's about you're combining, you're working with different energies. You're having to be that. They're saying angelic alchemist is what I keep getting from guides. So this is about, you know, our complex interaction between different species, between one another, even. So this is about like as new things grow, just like, you know, new cycles and how everybody kind of plays their part in the process. And so this is about you having an advantage of this synergistic energy right now and the flow of life guiding you. So things could like fall into place for you, okay? Especially after you surrender yourself to outdated beliefs. So there's a way that your life force is coming into balance with everything around you, including nature. So some of you may be, you know, really working with Mother Gaia. So that's about also, there could be this synergistic element between yourself and, well, as we saw here, you know, mind, body, soul. But it could be even like you integrating ancient healing wisdom, for example, with the shaman card, that into your daily life in like a more modern way. Maybe it's an app or something you're using that's like helping you tap into your spirituality on a regular basis. So this is about you being sort of in this like knowing that that just that all is well. Okay, like it's like things will still balance out. You'll still have that. You'll have that there is almost like the world will still go on even if this isn't perfect. Okay, there's something here about like letting go of imperfection and kind of like letting people be they're them, right? So there is something about that. It's like kind of the releasing this need for control. That, pardon me, that actually brings us to the strength card, because with the strength card, she's not trying to control this lion. In fact, in like the Light Seers tarot, she is part lion. So it's about, you know, us again synergistically working with the different energies and making the most that we can. And maybe this is like a even, you know, letting us know that that's possible on a grand stage. All right. So this is you having that power, that courage, that inner strength, and conviction to be yourself, and but you know also letting others be themselves too. Okay, so there is that, and I feel like that's kind of a theme this week for you. You know, with judgment, this could also be just some sort of massive clarity. But I do get an awakening energy, a final decision, and again, like the wheels are in motion for something. I get for some of you like you've decided. Now you have judgment and you have temperance, and those are, you know, two of the cards in tarot. They're the two major arcana cards, other than just other, well, I think the lovers has it too, but that you have that sort of, you know, the divine support here. So like your prayers are being answered, you are being cared for, you're being heard, you're being seen by spirit, by your guides. As a matter of fact, let's use the Maruka X deck. This is the back of it. I don't actually know the name of it. I can't get into my account right now at the place where I bought it on Etsy. I can't get in there. So let me just shuffle this deck, though. It's something about angels or divine messages, angels, guardian angel, something like that. So this one, they don't have the name on the back of it. So, all right, let's see. Get a few messages here using this deck. If you're enjoying this video as I'm shuffling, now is a good time to remind you, please do like the video, subscribe. It will make a difference. It helps get the videos out to those who need it, and it lets me know if I should still be doing these. Okay, so also I have memberships now. We get, you know, bonus videos each month, and it's only $3.99 a month. So it's less than $1 a week. You get some bonus content from me and other perks. Also, I have a second channel. It's for all signs. It's called Mantic Mystic Messages. And the reason I'm holding this up to the camera is because I changed the name from Schoolhouse Messages to Mantic Mystic Messages. It's hard for people to find it. So please, that's what it is. The handle is @Mantic Mystic. It's Mantic Mystic Messages. And I'm doing shorter videos for every sign, though. Individual signs, about 20-minute readings. So everyone they'll have a reading up there by the end of this week for your individual zodiac sign for April. It's a great way to check out your other placements, because we are definitely more than just our sun signs, right? In fact, a lot of you know that, and that's why you're here as a Libra moon or rising. Okay, what do we have? Thanks. We have live differently, card 2. So real progress calls for not just new thoughts, but new patterns and doing things differently to make the journey more fulfilling. Mm-hmm. What else do we have? The unseen, card 70. There's a greater force at work behind the scenes, taking care of all of the details. Yeah, let go of your specific expectations. We might be holding too tightly. We might be holding on too tightly to something, to an idea. We have to give it some room to grow. Let it get some light. Let some light be shed on it. Some divine light. Mm-hmm. What else? 2 more. Okay. We have advancement and untapped potential. So untapped potential, card 53. There's an area of your life that has more potential than you think. Small things can turn into big wonders. And advancement, card 5. You're about to level up. So prepare yourself to take the next step in your life and show the universe you're ready. Look, more angelic wings here. Mm-hmm. Actually, I guess everyone has wings in this deck. Let's see what else we have. Any other? I want to use the Stargazing Oracle. I did use this in your weekly reading, and I'm just curious if you're going to get any of the same cards. If there's something I need to, add on. Sometimes in the readings during the week, it does go deeper into the energies that were sort of forecasted for the week, or that were felt as I tuned in psychically. What do we have? They're telling me to leave something as it is. There is also something about like something under the doormat. If you hide something under the doormat, that's not a good spot. That's one thing that's coming in. Also, you may have like moved your doormat or something, or changed it. But or you may just have talked about it. But there's something here too, about. I was also just hearing dishes or changing dishes. I don't know if you're changing what you're eating or if you're literally changing like plates and stuff, but there's that. And then they were telling me that I'm getting that message that we get often, like, don't be a doormat. Don't be somebody's doormat. They're saying, make them do the work. Okay. And then you have Pink Moon here. New and exciting opportunities. Focus on the new. This is about transcendence, maturity, fullness, fertility, first steps onto a new path. Yes, that is exactly what this reading is about. It's the first steps onto a new path. And we're not going to necessarily know all of them. There's the unseen, right? There are greater forces at work here. So let's work with the energy. How can we be synergistic with it, right? How can we work with this? Because something has been activated. You've activated something. All right. And then you have, interesting, bottom of the deck, you have lunar eclipse, and that's what we just had. We are still in that energy. It's, the eclipse isn't just on the day it is, right? The energies can last with us for actually 6 months out. But definitely, a week to 2 weeks before and after. So this is dramatic change, a shift in perception, something unveiling, dissolution, cycles, endings, beginnings, and transformation. Yes, endings, beginnings, and transformation. Mm-hmm. And you have this beautiful Pisces card. And this is dreams, emotional, visions, illusions, escapist, confusion, mystical, sensitive, compassionate, healing, intuitive. I think a lot of you, we had all these planets in Pisces. I'm not sure what's still in Pisces. I know a lot of things are shifting to Aries or have or will, but that's that, the Pisces energy with that lunar eclipse. I think a lot of us, they're reminding me to talk about how we were there. That is such an intense energy to have all that dreamy, intuitive, mystic kind of watery energy mixed in with a lunar eclipse. More, watery, like moon energy, very powerful moon time and moon time. And there was like, it was a really intense period for a lot of us, and some of you maybe still be feeling exhausted and having really intense dreams and everything. That energy will shift out. This is about taking the first steps in a brand new like cycle, or in this new energy that's coming in. Okay, because and it's interesting too, because with eclipses, you are dealing with the synergistics, the moon and the sun, and like balancing that out. And we had Aries and Pisces, and those combined energies as things are shifting, and there's just so much that's been going on. It's like having to deal with like a lot of different moving parts, and I feel like things are going to start kind of moving forward and more in a more cohesive manner. We're going to be able to again like balance things out, and that'll help us manifest our dreams from this point forward, I think. So what else do we have? Let's get some, keeping on sort of the angel theme, let's go to the Guardian Angel deck by Britta Bowman. Freedom. Yay. Again, energy that was stuck is no longer stuck. So this is about, you deserve to be liberated from the burden of pain, trauma, and limitations. Allow yourself to release what no longer serves you and let your inner light shine freely. Yes, let that inner light shine freely, and protect your light. Don't let anybody rain on your parade. All right, what else do we have? Spark of life. There it is. Don't let anybody, dim your spark. Okay, so sense the internal flame that awakens your curiosity, joy, and zest for life. Allow it to kindle inspiration and creativity, serving as your motivation to chase your dreams and fulfill your purpose. Some of you are here to do much bigger things than what you're doing. And others of you, like you're exactly where you need to be or want to be. So that's a cause for celebration, All right, what else do we have? I'm getting Sandy, Sandra, something like that. You also have you are ready. Recognize that you're already perfect as you are. You are worthy of love, happiness, and abundance. Do not allow negative beliefs, doubts, or uncertainty to weaken your self-esteem and courage. And you don't need everybody else's approval. They don't have to understand your journey, right? This is your journey, your path, your journey. And that's just what it is. It's yours alone. All right. And let's get some future higher self messages. And then we'll get some animal cards. Okay. I saw this one, and it's rejection is for your protection. If something doesn't work out, like, so some of us have this like really tight expectation we're hanging on to, right? If it doesn't work out, there's a reason for it. It's your protection. I just saw 4222 on there again. So that's like, you're still expanding. Your spirit, body and soul are growing, but maybe that's why you didn't have something work out. Maybe you're ready for bigger and better things, and that just wasn't good enough for you. Don't worry too much, or don't worry so much about not finding love. It will find you. And this doesn't have to just be romantic. You will be surrounded by people with different agendas. It may scare you away, but fight it. You've got this. This has been coming out lately. And you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Sometimes you learn by messing up. That kind of ties into the rejection is for your protection. Bottom of the deck. You have intuitive ideas that you really need to act upon. But yes, again, like I said, the wheels are in motion for something. And again, you have 222, you have 1212. 222 came in a few times. Let's get a power animal card for you by Britta Bowman. Whoa, you have more than one. Okay, we have meerkat and rhinoceros. And bottom of the deck, eagle. Oh, right. Good. So, meerkat first. It's time to be with your people. Stand together, watchful and united. You are not alone in this. Rhinoceros, protect your well-being and stand up for what you hold dear. Embody the warrior within. Strength card, right? Strength card energy. There it is. Eagle. Soar to new heights with confidence. You're capable of rising above life's challenges. I feel like you have paved the way. You've cleared the path. You've cleared the path, and now like Spirit's going to pave the way for you to manifest the dreams, that what you really want to bring in, you know, what's what most has your attention right now too, whatever that thing is, that thing that you've been focusing on, if it's a work project or a move or you know, a goal of just some sort of goal of some kind. This is like, it's, you know, you have the support of the universe, and it's just, it's important again to soar above the drama, right? Surrender to it. Like just, you know, it's not yours to carry either. And surrender those outdated beliefs about yourself. Again, let go of the limiting ideas about yourself that come from the past. Okay. That's about you then being able to soar, right? And you have, again, freedom. Set yourself free from whatever's holding you back. That's what I have for you. You know how to show support. Do like the video, subscribe, become a member. I'd love to have you. Thank you so much for being here.